studies have been done taking sperm from healthy men. And one test tube gets exposed to cell phone radiation, and one test tube is not exposed to mobile phone radiation. And then the results are evaluated. And this is a measure of vitality. We measure how well the sperm swim. This is a measure of motility. This is a measure of mitochondrial DNA damage. They have 3 times as much damage on their DNA if they have been exposed to mobile phone radiation as compared to controls. And now the issue is, why does it take 500 million sperm to make just one healthy baby? It takes a lot of sperm to make a healthy baby. The answer is because sperm don't know how to ask for directions. But they are easy to study. And these research has been done in India, in the United States, at the Cleveland Clinic, and around the world. So many different studies have been done on sperm damage associated with mobile phone radiation that in the 7th edition of the textbook, Biostatistics in Medicine, Stanton Glantz concludes that the evidence linking mobile phone radiation to sperm damage is causal, meaning there clearly is a cause of damage to sperm from mobile phone radiation. Now, we have a lot of uncertainties in this field. The truth is, we have a lot of uncertainties, but not about sperm. There, the evidence has become rather strong, and it's become clear, so clear that the Indian government has issued warnings about this, that clinics that deal with reproductive problems are routinely advising young men to get those phones out of their pockets, recognizing that this is a hidden hazard to healthy reproduction. This is the data from the Cleveland Clinic showing that men who keep cell phones in their pockets the longest have the lowest sperm count. And again, there are many other studies with similar results. So we can debate legitimately the question of brain cancer, and I would welcome an open and honest debate about that question. But when it comes to issues like this, there really is not much to debate. And it's interesting that the research on this issue comes from people who are expert in male fertility, who started to treat men at infertility clinics and noticed that this was a major contributor to their fertility problems. Now, experimental studies have been done also in India to confirm this kind of damage, not just looking at prenatal exposure or early life exposure, but taking middle-aged rats, 70-day-old male rats, that's middle age for a rat, and exposing them 2 hours a day for 45 days to a computer-generated mobile phone signal. And those results show lower testosterone, which is a very important hormone for a male. Men and women both have testosterone. Men just need a lot more of it. And also increases of DNA damage as measured by certain enzymes. And the offspring had lower fertility. And this is just to show you, this is a normal testis. You see the boundaries, the cell wall. It looks very nice. And this is after microwave radiation exposure. So there are some pretty stunning images that have been generated in the basic biology literature when it comes to these kinds of effects. Now, studies have been done.
All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kakodash. I want to give double honor to the Apostle Jim Messer as well, that we learn from. Peace, blessing, salutation to Yahakim out there, you Aquaf listening, and you Israelite foreigners that are scattered. This is Chakwakara from Jim, Virginia. And pretty much what you see here, what's been going on for many, many, many years, studies of what Sleazy E has been conducting in the lab and the scientists. Now, and this is something that you have to really consider yourself, and understanding what's going on, that we're living in an evil world, because these men that you don't see scientists, you don't see study labs, you don't see what's really going on behind closed doors. I mean, these people are so driven of what they can see physically, and what they can see with their eyes, and what they see on TV, the flashiness, the entertainers, and rappers, success, and money, but that when you bring out what's really going on, to the masses. That's why when we out there in the houses and the byways, and we do these lessons, it takes people by what's the word for it? By pretty much it blindsides people, and people really look at us as as if we're crazy, and if we don't know anything, so something is wrong with us. Why we're not just pretty much on with the masses and going with the flow and just keep on doing what seems right. Like the scripture says, the way that's right seems right to a man, but the end of it is death. But the thing about it is, you know, this agenda on sperm to kill the man masculinity, to kill the image of the so-called black Latino man, and to pretty much eradicate, a healthy child, because what Esau has out there is pretty much the tools and the science to, pretty much they don't want a full potential baby to be born. So anything that is lacking, they can put it basically bring his technology into the play, and to pretty much put it upon that child's shortcomings. And pretty much they don't want really nobody here in America that's really think on a high level, because meaning everything is intact, because this new world order, they pretty much want everybody, they want everybody to be controlled. I'm just saying like that. And they don't want you to think at your full potential. They don't want to really allow you to see what's really going on. That's why if it wasn't for the Lord to uh, give us this truth, we would be doomed as a whole nation, because the 2/3 are gone. Um, I'm gonna get one scripture and I'm gonna end it. For now, I'm not gonna really not gonna make long videos, because they've been striking my videos on our channels, the brothers' channels, world, globally, and they've been coming down hard on the brothers in the Virginia camp. So I'm trying not to make videos too long. Um, what did I want? Oh yeah, Exodus the first. Now we'll just bring that scripture out, and I'm gonna end it. Yeah, 'cause people really believe that this place is the place of rest. The place of you can really come to your full potential. Be a business owner. Live it up, live large, live out your dreams. But this is the place where Esau studies and his science dwells, and this is how he uses you stupid fucking people out here to erect experiments, and then once it comes to a potential, he he um he takes it across the four corners, and then he blindly leading even the people that he even influences. That's why you go to Revelation 18 and tells you how the earth has been drunk off the wine of Babylon. Because here it is, people really believe that America is the land of opportunity, land of milk and honey, and is a place of gold. But then when they come over here, they get sucked. They get sucked right in, into the death and the traps. Just like a lot of people say, they rather they women deal with women overseas, opposed to when they come over here and then they get Americanized. And when a lot of dudes, when they come over here, they get Americanized, man. I remember, the years that we've been out on housing the byways, we have seen many heathens and many foreigners that have came, and they have been seduced, man. I remember one of my boys I know in the world. He was telling me it was a guy. It was this gook. It could have been a Jake. I'm not sure. But he said as soon as he came from China or Japan somewhere, he was seduced, because it was nothing like over his country. He came over and saw the rims, the flashy cars, the whores. Pretty much women walking around half naked. And he said he said he just had to have it. And he got um basically blindsided by the reality of what you had to do to really get get this lifestyle. And then hey, he told me he was locked up with him. But this is Exodus 1. Let's see, let me start at verse 8. Now there rose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph, because pretty much the days of our people um having favor is pretty much about to get all cut asunder, because you do have accounts in the scripture where it tells you how the Lord did have allow certain nations to have favor on us. Just like when we was in the Assyrian captivity, I think King Darius, he allowed us to build Jerusalem. Um, that goes into the stories of Zerubbabel, but if I'm not mistaken. He said to his people, "Behold, the people, the children of Israel, are more and mightier than we. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply. And it come to pass that when they are fallen out of any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land. Therefore they did set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens, and they built for Pharaoh treasures." Let me see. I'm gonna jump down. Well, no. The children of Israel grieved the children of Israel, and the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the field. And the same thing going on to the same day. Our people fail to realize all these Edomites that come into power, all these Edomites that they throw in the presidency, they all pretty much know the game plan of the elites. Well, they all know, and they don't give any damn about you Israelites. And pretty much they want that new world order. So what's going on, they're making our people to really, they want us back in that slave mind state, that back on plantations, man. And that's what they're pushing for. They want to destroy you. They want to destroy our families. They want to destroy the testosterone. They want to destroy your sperm. They want to destroy everything about the man of our nation. Because once you so-called black men, and once you so-called Latino men, Hispanic men, and so-called Native American men, once you have pretty much you stand once at one time you were, you used to stand on all four, I mean, all 10 toes, and now you pretty much, you have no backbone, you have no fighting, you have no drive in you, you know. And now, since you don't have no drive in you, you know, they, hey, they want to break you down, eradicate you, and then put your woman above you, then put your children above you, so you pretty much at the bottom, and that new world order can come into play. And then here it is, you so broken down, and the GMO. And that's what they do. They use the GMOs, the fluoride in the water, and it's constant stress. You being deprived. You don't, our ego's broken, and all that, man. And all of that has a factor, didn't it? And it's like the Edomite devil says, that using these phones, everything comes to a play. And it says, I'm gonna jump to 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, which the name of one was Shipra, and the name of the other Poor. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew woman, and see them upon the stool, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. And that's pretty much all I want to speak on. You can but it tells you that the midwives feared the Heavenly Father, so they did not allow it to be. But my point is, it has been an agenda to kill men child, like as it has been throughout the scriptures. And when it has came time when it was men that were killing off the men child of our nation. Just like you go to Herod when the time of Yahushua was born, he made a decree to kill all the newborns to newborns to 2 years old, man. You know. And it says many what it was it pain and gnashing of teeth and agony grew amongst in the days in Jerusalem, man. You know, you gotta when you look at how what is it, the William Lynch letter, and when you look at what's that pretty much how they studied the so-called black woman to break her offspring, it tells you that it she was going to break her male child to be weak but strong and not I mean weak and dependent, something in that term. But she would raise her daughter to be very headstrong and very willing, so to speak, you know. So pretty much, she breaks her son and not have any drive and no fight in him against oppression, but she will make her daughter strong and repressive, and pretty much willing in this survival mode, you know. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to end it with that. Lord will y'all was edified. But yeah, man, you know this place is hell. This is the land. This is Babylon, man, and this is not it. You know, the truth is being made, brought forth. The skirt is being lifted up upon this place. So, hey, man, you know it's not much longer. You know, with that, we say shalom.